Everybody, it's Thursday, 1 o'clock. It must be opposite Saxes.
Yeah, I know you.
You do?
I
You
do.
remember me?
I do
Oh,
know
good.
you. You're the her.
I hope so.
You're the her and his and her.
And he always has to have something different. So this week we have, yes, his and her.
His and her.
Yes.
You and me.
Simple and free.
That's it.
Just us. And you notice my shirt from your sister? Nobody can see it. I was afraid. I was so afraid of that.
Love always wins.
Love always
it says,
wins.
and it does. And
Just make sure you remember that.
yeah, I was just going to say, guys, remember, if you want to make sure that love always wins, whatever she says, yes, dear.
That's not true.
Happy
So not
wife,
true.
happy life.
It helps. Yes, it helps.
It does.
But there are times when it doesn't go quite that way.
Right. Disagreeing is a waste of time.
Why? We disagree.
We do disagree, and it's a waste of time because ultimately we end up agreeing on whatever, even if it's agreeing to disagree. But
We do disagree.
yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do. Our grandson said so. It was so cute. It was so cute.
Yes. Why? Yeah.
I didn't think we were disagreeing.
Well, he wants to know sometimes why does Finn talk to Pop that way,
Which
or
Finn
Pop
is
talk
grandma.
to Finn that way?
And
Yeah,
Pop is
that's
grandpa.
us.
Yeah.
Pop and Finn.
Pop and Finn.
That's the AKA his and her. Pop and Finn.
And I shouldn't yell at you.
Yeah, why are you yelling at Pop? And I'm not yelling.
I wasn't yelling.
I'm discussing.
Maybe I was, and I didn't realize it. But anyway, what are we discussing today, dear loved one?
No, I had an experience the other day. I had to go over to Medical City for a test, and you don't always take the highways. You take the main roads, and
Right.
you get stopped at the stoplights.
Right.
And I have seen that since the pandemic, obviously because more people are going back to work and getting in their cars and going shopping more, you know who's back on the corner?
The guys that wash your windows with the paper towels?
No, they wouldn't work for the money. They just have a cup and a little cardboard sign, which
Yeah.
they probably had in the closet that they put it away during the pandemic because they realized to stand out on the corner to make 10 or 20 cents because nobody's on the road. So the panhandlers are out. Seem to be more in force. And if you drive, especially at the rush hour, morning rush or evening rush, that's when they're there. They certainly aren't there
Well,
at
they're
2
not.
or 3 o'clock in the
Well,
afternoon.
no. Why should they be? Because nobody's out.
Because they can make enough money in the morning and the evening in a couple of hours. They don't have to
But
have to
you
be there
don't
in the
seem
afternoon.
to feel that they really need the money. That they're really doing well.
Sometimes they
at those
do.
corners.
However, I am a proponent of our religious system, and that is that most churches and there are agencies, lots of agencies that will help the homeless or help those that are poor and indigent. Put them in a shelter. Put food on the table for them. Put a few bucks in their pocket. Put gas in their tanks. I know that there are many veterans organizations that do that for veterans.
But maybe they can't get to those places. Those shelters.
There are those, not all of them. Maybe some of them have fallen on hard times, and that's the only way they know how to try and get enough money
Maybe.
for food.
Maybe.
But it's mathematical, folks.
Oh, here we go.
I've always said that.
I would never have thought to do this.
Stop and think
Never.
about this. This is my theory. At a busy corner, the light turns red, and it's red for let's say up to 2 minutes. So the light changes green, and then it goes red. So in that 2 minutes, this guy who hobbles and holds this tattered piece of cardboard that says "God loves you,"
We got it.
and
We got it.
feed
Keep
my
going,
family.
keep going.
He's got his cup, and he walks along those cars. And there are probably enough people that will put the window down and drop in a quarter or a dime, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But the odds are that within that 2 minute period, he can get at least $1 worth of change. Is that fair to say? So now the light changes, goes back to red. He starts all over, and he gets another dollar. In 2 minutes, divide an hour by 2 minutes. That's 30. This guy can make $30 an hour standing on a corner.
Do you really?
With a piece of cardboard. I contend that they do. Number one, if they didn't, they wouldn't be on that corner, and they're like some streetwalkers in red light districts. That's my corner, and you don't infringe on my corner. But they can make $30, $40, $50 an hour. So go out there between 8 and 10 or 7 and 9 in the morning, 2 hours, and they can make $60, $70.
I was going to say
come back in the afternoon from 4 to 6.
I was going to say the guys in Florida that are at the corners with the roll of paper towels that will wash your windows.
Well,
I was thinking they would make some money.
They might be able
But
to.
the ones just holding the signs, I don't know. Maybe I'm not realistic, or maybe I don't know.
I'm just saying that there are agencies, and
there are absolutely there. Are.
And also that's what the Salvation Army does every year at the holidays. That's what all of those guys and girls are out there for, ringing the bell to put that money in the red kettles.
But
because that money helps to help those indigent people that need some help.
But I don't think that they are getting the funds, just like the churches and the synagogues are not getting the funds that they used to get. And I don't think the nonprofits are getting the funds that they've always enjoyed. And
that could
times
be
are a little tougher, and especially with COVID.
But
I can't believe
if a guy can go out and work 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the afternoon, it beats 8 hours flipping burgers at a fast food restaurant for minimum wage.
So
even if the minimum wage is up to $15 an hour, this guy can make.
So the
30.
clothes they're wearing, you think are just a costume? Is that's what you're saying?
It could be, yeah. Well, they sure ain't going to show up in a nice Brooks Brothers suit saying,
I'm not saying that.
Excuse me, can you spare a couple of dollars? I need a new pair of cufflinks.
I can't believe that they are standing out there in the rain and in the cold, that they would rather have a job at McDonald's or Chick-fil-A or one of the fast foods.
They're just as happy in the rain because you're more apt to give if the poor soul is standing out there in the rain. And then if he's out there from, let's say he's out there from 4 to 6 in the afternoon, all of a sudden, if you arrive a little bit late, all of a sudden you see the guy go into a parking lot across the street and he gets into his Mercedes and he drives home.
Have you ever seen that?
I haven't, but
that's what I thought.
I
don't know. Maybe I'm a little naive, it's possible, but I just can't believe that they are making that much money.
All right, it's a nice Toyota or a Lexus instead of a Mercedes. But to a certain degree, I'm not saying 100%, and I don't even know if it's 50%, but part of it is a scam. And you got to be aware of it. Now, the worst thing that can happen is you drive by that corner twice a day, every day, and all of a sudden, hey, Tony, how you doing? And Tony waves at you. Roll down the window.
I've never seen that.
Give him a buck.
I have never seen that. And why don't the police?
I'll bet there are some people that drive the same way, see the same panhandler on the corner, but
I've never seen them
drop
talk
a buck.
Like that.
What it costs them $2 a day, one in the morning, one in the evening.
Sometimes I think that's a very pessimistic way of looking at things.
But would you, while you're sitting there in your car, dial 911 and say to the police, listen, there's this panhandler over here on the corner.
No, I mean, it's not bothering me. I just shake my head no, or maybe I do give him something.
Knows that he's not bothering you.
But I'm surprised the police allow it.
Well, when the police get around to it, maybe they do shoo them away and say...
It's a hazard in the roadway.
Right. But guarantee they're going to be back within the next day or two.
I think you're being kind of harsh.
I'm not being harsh. This is reality. It's reality. It's part of our culture.
Maybe yes, maybe no.
It's part of our culture.
So do you give them anything?
I have.
It's very
I
nice.
mean, you know where I got a
Very
soft
nice.
spot? I hope that there's no panhandlers that are watching this show, but there might be because our bar is not
Where's your soft
quite
spot?
that high. Veterans.
Well,
If I see a guy that's in a wheelchair and he's got an American flag on the back of his
Yeah.
wheelchair,
yeah, that I
I'm
understand.
gonna probably lean towards he is a veteran. But
But how do you know that's really true?
I don't know it's true.
There you go.
I don't know that any one of those people out there is deserving of those nickels and dimes that and it makes it harder for those that probably really are. But if they fall on bad times, sometimes they don't know where to go, where to turn. But there are agencies out there that will help. That's what they're in business for.
But there are some people that do take advantage of the system. They really don't need it, but they are hitting the system
Yeah.
too much, too hard.
Now
when they could be trying to find a job.
And I'll tell you, I also, you don't know what they're going to do with the money that they collect. Is that going to go to the grocery store and buy some food for their family because it says so on the
would hope so
on the cardboard bar, or they go into a liquor store
Exactly, or
and
drugs,
buy a bottle,
or for drugs.
That's
We don't know.
I've been approached before by somebody who has told me that they were a veteran when I'm at a gas station on the road. And they stop by and say, "Can you help me out? I need a couple of bucks to put some gas in my car." I've done it.
Yeah.
And
No,
I don't know whether they, in fact, most of the time they are right there and they will put gas in their car.
Well, I hope so.
But if they are still going from pump to collect money, I don't know if they're going inside the store in order to buy cigarettes or
You don't.
or.
Well, we're not going to solve it. But it was
We
interesting
don't solve
conversation.
anything on this show.
No, we discuss and it's food for thought.
Yes, we want you to form your own opinions.
Right.
Just like we want you to form your own opinion on some of our sponsors. And we are collecting sponsors like panhandlers collect change on the corner.
I wouldn't go that far, actually, Stuart.
We actually are up to 3 sponsors now.
But it's very nice. It's very nice.
You know, if you got a pad of paper and a pencil, we'll give you the websites for our 3 sponsors. There is rubbernecksjewelry.com. That's the fabulous rubber band jewelry that our friend Nancy Plax makes. There is Christine Dean, who is dfwnetworkingdiva.com. She can help you increase your business with marketing and with your website. And then there's also Irving Chung, who is a franchise consultant. And he can help you if you've ever even had the remotest thought of being your own boss. He can give you some information and help you make up your own decision. You don't have to sign on a dotted line. You just have to talk. And he is at bigconsideration.com. We'll tell you about these people on our show. And if you call them, tell them you heard about them on Opposite Saxes.
Absolutely.
Because they'll give you special attention, just like they've given us special attention. Right?
Right.
Boy, we got real philosophical today.
Yeah, we did.
That's very, very unusual for us. But hey, go out and make it a good week and then come back and visit with us again next Thursday. Is that a good idea? I think so.
See ya.
Bye.